So this container you can see is not visible when the component is first displayed, and that's because all of the contents of this container are consumed and automatically hidden, because this plot route button over here, if we open up the plot route, what it does is open an Ajax window, and this Ajax window is set to display the contents of a container, and the container ID is container underbar route map. So because this pop-up window, the button hasn't yet been clicked, all of the contents of this container are going to be hidden until the button is actually clicked. When we click the button, the container is displayed in the window, and the map is shown, and then we have next to the map, to the right of the map, because there's no break after this container here, we have some static text, and inside the static text is a div called driving directions, which has a width of 4 inches, a height of 4 inches, and overflow set to auto, because we want a vertical scroll bar to appear if necessary. So let's now go and take a look at some of the properties of this map. So when we put this map on, we said we'd like to have an overview, a pan control, a scale ruler. We'd like to turn on street view. We'd like to let the user zoom the control. We've said that the route is draggable, which means that the person who's viewing the route can actually click on the points on the map and drag them around and actually change the route. We've said we'd like to we do not want to avoid highways or tolls, and then we've chosen optimize route waypoints, which means that the route will be plotted in the most efficient order as opposed to the order in which the addresses appear in the repeating section. And then here you can see that we've specified that the driving directions should be displayed in this div over here, which, as you recall, we placed in this static text control over here. So basically this is where all of the driving directions stuff is done. So now let's go and take a look at how we're actually placing the markers on the map for every time we change the focus on the repeating section, every time we edit the repeating section, and also when the dialog is initially populated. So first we'll go to our JavaScript functions, and we can see here that we have a function called setMap. So if we look at this function, we can see it's actually a pretty simple function. The first thing that it does is it reads the value from the lat field and the long field, and you can see that because we haven't actually specified a particular row number here, it's going to read the lat and long value from the repeating section row that currently has focus, and then we're also going to read the address field as well over here. Then because this function is going to be called in quite a few different places, and in some of the instances the map itself will not have been initialized, we're checking this variable which tells us whether the map has been initialized. So this is a global JavaScript variable in the Alpha 5 JavaScript namespace that is set to 1 when the map is initialized. So if the map is initialized, we're going to get a pointer to the map object. So the map object we know is M1 because if we look here you can see the variable name is M1. So we get a pointer to the map, and then we add a marker to the map. So the marker is called M1. The marker address is the lat and long that we read from the current row in the repeating section. We're going to set the title of the marker, which is this is the little bubble help that shows when you put your mouse over it, to address, which is the value that we read from the address field. And we're going to specify that there is a pop-up window that appears when you click on the marker. So let's pause now and pick this up in the next video.